So today we are going to tackle about graph of polynomial functions. So we have 4 steps in graphing a polynomial function. Let us have first step 1. In our step 1, we are going to determine the behavior of the graph. Okay? Determine the behavior of the graph by finding the leading coefficient and the degree of the polynomials. By finding it, we are going to determine if the graph is rising or falling. We have here a summarize of conditions. Okay? So, we are going to determine if the leading coefficient is positive or negative. Okay? So, that is for the leading coefficient. And for the degree of the polynomials, we are going to determine if is it an even or odd. Yun lang. Sa leading coefficient, if is it positive or negative, sa degree, it is even or odd. Okay? So, here's the condition here. So, if the degree n is even and the leading coefficient is positive, the graph is rising to the left and it is rising to the right. Okay? So, how is it? So, when you say rising to the left or rising to the right, it is just like this one. Yan. So, that is the graph. So, it rises to the left and also rising to the right. Okay? So, that is our condition if the degree is even and if the leading coefficient is positive. Next, what if the leading coefficient is negative and the degree is even? If that is the case, the graph is falling to the left and it is also falling to the right. Okay? If the degree is even and the leading coefficient is negative. So, how's the graph? So, the graph is expected just like this one. Ayan. Okay? So, that is our second condition. Next tayo, let us have the third condition. So, what if the degree is odd? The degree is odd and then we have a positive leading coefficient. So, if that's the case, the graph is falling to the left and it is rising to the right. So, how will you illustrate that? So, falling to the left and rising to the right. Ayan. Tumaas sa right, then fall sa left. So, that is the condition if we have positive leading coefficient and then odd ang ating degree. Next, what if we have a negative leading coefficient and then odd is the degree? So, baliktad naman. Rising to the left and falling to the right. So, how's the graph? So, pag ganito naman yung graph niya. So, falling to the right, then rising to the left. Okay? So, you need to consider the behavior of the graph para mas madali tayong makagraph ng polynomial function. Okay? So, let's move with the next step. Let's have step 2. So, in our step 2, you are going to find or determine the turning points. Pag sinabi mong turning points, likuan, ilang beses kang lumiliko. Okay? So, ilang beses ba liliko ang iyong graph? So, to find the turning point, our basis is the degree of the polynomials. So, we have degree minus 1. So, the highest degree minus 1 or n minus 1. Ganun lang kasimple. So, highest degree minus 1. So, ganun karami ang iyong turning points. For example, our degree here, we have here x cubed minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8. So, ang degree natin dito ay highest exponent. We have here 3. So, that's the degree. So, for us to find the turning points, we have 3 minus 1. So, 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Meaning, 2 beses tayong liliko. Okay? Did you get it? So, now, let us have, pagsamahin natin yung step 1 at saka step 2. Sa step 1, ayan yung condition natin. Okay? So, rising and then falling. Ngayon, alamin natin doon sa ating graph kung siya ba ay saan magfo-fall. Okay? Dito, alamin natin kay x cube, yung condition ni x cube minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8. So, we have turning points of 2. Ibig sabihin, dalawa liko. Katulad siya nito. Dalawang beses lumiko. Isa, dalawa. Okay? Isa, dalawa. Diba? Okay. So, now, what's our condition here? What's the behavior of the graph? So, since we have here add ang ating degree, dito tayo. Add ang degree. Ito yung ating basihan. So, since it is add the degree, then, next we have the leading coefficient is positive, 'di ba? Positive 1 ang ating leading coefficient. Therefore, the behavior of the graph is falling to the left and then rising to the right. Okay? So, you are going to expect na ang graph mo ay pag ganito. Ayan. Pag ganyan. 'Di ba? Dalawa lang yung kanyang turning points, isa tapos dalawa. Okay? Did you understand? Okay, I will give more example. So, let us have the second example. We have a given of y is equals of x raised to 4 minus 2x squared plus 1. Okay? So, let us graph this one. Let us find first the turning points. Okay? Mas madali na yun eh. So, ang ating degree, ano ang ating degree? Ang ating degree, we have here 4. Minus 1, for us to find the turning points, we have here 3. So, tatlong liko ang ating gagawin. Okay? Tatlong kurba. So, next tayo. Let us have the condition with our first step, the behavior of the graph. O, ayan tayo. So, since we have here even to, then we have positive. Diba? Positive 1 yung ating leading coefficient. So, we have positive and even. So, dito tayo sa first condition. So, therefore, ang ating graph should be rising left and then rising din sa right. Okay? Did you understand? Then, ilang liko daw? Tatlo. So, since naka-rise tayo, isa, dalawa, tatlo. Okay? So, tatlong turning points, isa, dalawa, tatlo. Okay? Then, nakarise siya sa taas, at saka, nakarise siya sa left, nakarise din siya sa right. Is it clear? Okay, let's move with the third example. Example number 3. We have y equals to negative times x plus 2 times x minus 4 times x minus 3. Okay, let us have the turning points, the degree. Mas madaling kuhanin si degree eh. So, since we have here, hindi siya naka-standard form, ang titingnan mo lang naman yung variable. So, i-multiply mo lang lahat ng variable at saka yung negative dito, negative sign here. So, we have here x times x or just add the exponent, 1, 1, 1. So, that is x cubed. Negative x cube ang lalabas sa highest exponent natin, highest degree natin. So, therefore, ang degree natin ay 3. Okay, so for us to find the turning point, we have 3 minus 1. Ang ating turning point, we have here 2. Is it clear? Yun na yan. Now, since we have here a negative ang ating condition, ang negative ang ating leading coefficient, then we have here add. Balik ulit tayo dito. Negative ang leading coefficient, then we have here ang kanyang degree is add. So, negative, then add. So, therefore, ganito ang ating magiging behavior. So, we have rising to the left, and then we have falling to the right. Ayan. Okay, so since we have two turning points, so rise tayo dito. Ayan, naka-rise siya. Isa, dalawa. Ayan. So, this is the graph. So, naka-rise to the left, then 2 turning points, rising to the left, then falling to the right. Is it clear? Hey, let us have another example. Example number 4. So, in our example number 4, we have y equals to negative x squared plus 3x minus 4. Let us have the degree. The degree here is, we have here 2. For us to find the turning points, we have 2 minus 1, meaning ang ating turning points ay isa lang. Okay? 1 lang. Now, so we have here negative. Negative yung ating, negative the leading coefficient. And then, we have even. So, since negative ang leading coefficient, and then we have here even, ibig sabihin, nag-fall siya, falling siya. Falling siya sa left, falling din siya sa right. Okay? So, our graph would be this one. Ganito. Kung falling siya, falling na siya. Ayan. So, ganito lang yung graph natin. Para siya nag-fall. Okay? O, tingnan nyo. Isa lang yung turning point. So, isa lang yung ating likuan. Ang ating curve. Is it clear? Next tayo. Let us have number 5. We have f of x equals to negative x raised to 5 plus 2x raised to 4 plus x cubed minus 5. Let us have the degree. Our degree, we have here 5, the highest. So, we have 5 minus 1. So, this is the turning point. Ang ating turning point, we have here 4. So, 4 ang ating curve or ating liko. Is it clear? So, then, we have here negative and then odd. Kung negative and odd, so dapat negative, then odd, ganito ang magiging graph natin, behavior. So, ang ating behavior ay rising sa ating left side and then falling sa ating right side. So, paano yung ina-expect mo? So, since rising sa left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ayan. So, that is the initial graph. So, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4 na turning point. Naiintindihan? So, ganyan yung ine-expect nyong magiging graph for this polynomial equation when it is x raised to 5. Is it clear? So, that is the step 1 and step 2. Now, let's move with step 3. So, hope you understand the step 1, which is determine the behavior, and then the step 2, determine the turning points. Okay? Let's move with step 3 and 4. Step 3. So, we are going to find for the x-intercept. Okay? Again, step 1, determine the behavior. Step 2, the turning points. And then step 3, find the x-intercept. So, to find the x-intercept, let y be equals to 0. Or the function, for kung ito ay f of x, p of x, you will let it as equal to 0. Then, you are going to solve for x. In solving for x, so, it is just like solving the polynomial equation. The roots of the polynomial equation. Natatandaan pa ba? Okay. So, let us have the first one for us to solve for x. So, we have different ways. So, let us have the first ways. So, in our first way, we have, you are going to find for the possible real roots, the PRR. Possible rational roots. Ano ba yung possible rational roots? Ano ba yun? So, you are going to find for the factors of the constant term over for the factors of the leading coefficient. Okay? Ano ba yung ating constant terms? We have here 8. Ano-ano ang factors ni 8? Ano-ano pwede i-divide kay 8? So, we have positive negative 1, positive negative 2, positive negative 4, and then positive negative 8. Then, divide lang natin sa factors ng leading coefficient. Since ang leading coefficient niya lang, we have here 1, ay positive and negative 1 lang. So, therefore, our possible rational root, ang pwedeng posibleng maging roots nitong function na to, we have here positive negative 1, positive negative 2, positive negative 4, and positive negative 8. Okay? So, write this one. Si y magiging 0 na, di ba? So, we have here x cubed minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8 is equal to 0. As you can see, naging na siyang polynomial equation. Diba? Okay. Now, we are going to use synthetic division. Magta-try tayo dito. Ano kaya ang pwede maging factors niya? So, kailangan ang kanyang remainders ay maging 0. Okay? So, we have here, let us have the coefficients of the following. So, we have here 1, negative 2, we have negative 4, and positive 8. Then, ang gamitin natin muna, let us have 1. Tingnan natin kung magiging factor siya. So, we have bring down 1 times 1. We have here 1. Then, this one is negative 1. Add mo to, negative 1. Negative 1 times 1, that is negative 1. This add, we have negative 5. Then, this one is negative 5. As you can see, it is not equal to 0. So, mali yung 1 natin. Okay? Next, let us try, ito, mali na yan. Let us try positive 2. Try natin si positive 2. So, we have numerical. 1, negative 2, we have here negative 4, and then we have here positive 8. Okay? So, bring down 1. 1 times 2, we have here 2. Then, add, we have 0 times 2, we have here 0. Then, we have here negative 4. Negative 4 times 2, we have negative 8. Then, add 8 plus negative 8, that is 0. Okay? So, tama, we have here 2. So, our first x, we have here, x is equals to 2. Then, change it into polynomials. So, since nag-start ka kay x cubed dito, etong 1 mo dito, magiging na siyang x squared. Wala tayong x kasi 0. Then, minus 4 tayo is equal to 0. So, we have x squared minus 4 is equal to 0. Ayan. Then, solve this one. So, this one, pwede mo naman itong transpose. So, you have here x squared is equals to positive 4. Then, square root mo both sides. Square root, cancel mo yung x. So, we have here x. So, since squared siya, positive and negative 2. Square root ni 4. So, we have here x is equals to 2 and x is equals to negative 2. So, meaning, ang ating x-intercept, since ito parehas, pwede naman na yung pag-isahin. So, ang ating x-intercept, we have 2 and 0, and then we have negative 2 and 0. That is the x-intercept. Bakit 0 yung y? Kasi nga, let y be equal to 0. Is it clear? Meron pang other way around. Pwede kang gumamit ng factoring, guys. Factoring. Para ito ay masolve mo. Makuha mo yung kanyang x-intercept. Paano ka gagamit ng factoring? So, syempre, marami yan. Pwede kang gumamit ng by groupings. Ayan, groupings. So, tinuturo ko yung mga ways kung pwede. Kung saan ka mas komportable yung iyong solution, doon ka. Okay? Basta makuha mo lang yung tamang x-intercept niya. Ma'am, paano yung groupings? So, di ba tinuro ko yung paano yung groupings, factoring by groupings? So, you have here x cubed minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8 equals to 0. So, i-group natin. So, ito yung i-group natin. Itong x cubed at saka yung 4x, saka yung 2x squared at saka yung negative 8. Okay? So, we have here x cubed minus 4x. And then, we have here negative. Labas mo yung negative para mas madaling mag-solve. So, since ito negative, itong 2x squared magiging positive na. 2x squared. Since ito ay negative, itong 8 magiging negative 8. Equals to 0. Sasama mo yung negative sign na. So, next tayo. We have here common. What's common here? Ang common natin dito ay x. Labas mo. So we have x cubed divided by x. This one becomes x squared. Then negative 4x divided by x. This one becomes negative 4. Ayan. Next, minus. Common dito. Ang common dyan is 2. Ayan. 2x squared divided by 2, we have here x squared. 8 divided by 2, we have here negative 4 equals to 0. As you can see, common to at saka ito. Diba, common? So, pareha sila. Diba? So, labas mo yan. So, magiging x squared minus 4. Yan. Then, divide it to here. Ang matitira dito ay x na lang. Times x. Then, this one, divide mo dito. Cancel to. Matitira dito is negative 2. Ayan. Equals to 0. Ayan. Then, solve for x. Napunta ka ulit dito. So, this one is x is equals minus 2 is equals to 0. So, by zero property. So, x is equals to positive 2. Ayun, lumabas. Then, this one is just like this one. So, x squared is equals, minus 4 is equals to 0. Transpose mo si 4. So, you have here x squared is equals to positive 4. Square root both side, we have x is equals to positive and negative 2. So, parehas pa rin yung lumabas na sagot. So, bahala ka. Pwede kang mag-synthetic division or by using factoring of groupings. Is it clear? So, that is how you are going to find for the x-intercept. Kapag ang given polynomials mo ay hindi nasa factored form. Okay? Okay, let us have the factored form example. Number 2. So, we have a given here of y equals to x plus 2 times x minus 1 times x minus 2. So, as you can see, it is already in the factored form. So, kung factored form na siya, madali mo nang makukuha si x-intercept. Okay? Sabi dito, di ba, let y be equals to 0. So, this one ay magiging 0. So, you have here x plus 2 times x minus 1 times x minus 2 is equal to 0. So, since equal to 0, ano nang gagawin mo? Solve by x by using 0 property. O, paghiwa-hiwalayin mo yan. So, x, yung bawat factors, i-equate mo to 0. X plus 2 equals to 0. X minus 1 equals to 0. X minus 2 is equals to 0. Then, solve for x. X is equals to transpose negative 2. X is equals to positive 1. X is equals to positive 2. So, our x-intercept are negative 2 and 0. We have 1 and 0. And then we have 2 and 0. Alright? So, that is your x-intercept. Is it clear? Example number 3. Okay, let us find the x-intercept. So, we have y is equals to x cubed plus x squared minus 5x plus 3. Okay? So, let y be equal to 0. So, this one becomes x cubed plus x squared minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, let us use again the synthetic division for us to find its x-intercept. Okay, PRR muna ulit tayo. PRR. Okay, so guys, so since ito naman ang leading coefficient niya ay 1 lang, so dito na lang tayo kumuha sa 3. Ano na yung factor si 3? We have 1, positive 2, positive 1 and positive 3 lang. Yan lang naman yung pwede mong i-divide dyan. Okay? So, let us try positive 1. Doon muna tayo sa mababa. Yan. So, we have here 1 in numerical coefficient ng given natin. 1, negative 5, and then positive 3. Okay? Bring down 1. We have 1 times 1, we have 1. 1 plus 1, we have 2. 2 times 1, we have here 2. Negative 5 plus 2, we have here negative 3. Times 1, we have negative 3. So, 3 minus 3 is 0. Okay, so tumama na tayo. So, this one, ang ating unang x ay x is equals to positive 1. Change this one into polynomials. So, we have x cubed here. Ito magiging ng x squared plus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. So, since meron na tayong trinomial, proceed tayo sa trial and error. So, we have here x squared plus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Trial and error tayo. So, you have here x and x. Anong factors ngayon? So, since negative ito, yung isa ay isang positive, isang negative. Now, so we have here the factors of 3. We have 3 and 1 lang naman. Okay? So, since positive ito, kailangan mas mataas yung 3 mo. Positive, ito negative. So, 3 minus 1 sa kagot ay positive 2. So, our factors is positive 3 and negative 1. Okay? Then, equals into 2. Then, solve. Equate it into 0 by 0 property. X plus 3 equals to 0. X minus 1 equals to 0. So, you have here x is equals to negative 3. Then, x is equals to positive 1. Okay? So, ito yung mga ang ating x-intercept. So, since parehas yung positive 1, therefore, ang ating x-intercept ay negative 3 and 0 at saka 1 and 0. Hindi mo na kailangan ulitin yung 1 and 0. Okay? Kasi same lang naman yung point niya doon sa ating graph. Is it clear? Let's have another example. Example number 4. We have here p of x equals to x times x minus 1 1/2. Then, times x plus 4 times x minus 1. Simple lang ito. So, itong function mo, equate mo lang to 0. So, you have here x times x minus 1/2 times x plus 4, then x minus 1 equals to 0. So, we have here, separate mo lang lahat dyan, since naka-factored form naman. So, x equals to 0. X minus 1/2 equals to 0. X plus 4 equals to 0. X minus 1 equals to 0. Then solve for x. Ayan na, meron tayong x dito. X is equals to positive 1/2. This one, x is equals to negative 4. Then this one is x equals to positive 1. So, our x-intercept, we have 0 and 0. Then we have 1/2 and 0. And then we have negative 4 and 0. And then we have 1 and 0. So, importante po yung ating x-intercept para sa ating graph. Is it clear? Let us have last example, yung mahirap pa. Example number 5. Last example tayo for the x-intercept. So, medyo mahirap-hirap ito kasi naka-raised to 4 tayo. So, we have y equals to x raised to 4 minus 3x cubed plus x squared plus 3x minus 2. So, let y be equals to 0. So, this one, it becomes x raised to 4 minus 3x cubed plus x squared plus 3x minus 2 is equals to 0. So, since again, let us have the PRR. Okay, since ang ating leading coefficient lang naman ay 1, dito na lang tayo, yung factors na lang nung ating last constant term. We have 1 and positive 2. Okay? So, let us try again positive 1. Doon tayo lagi sa pinakamababa. So, we have here 1 ang ating gagamitin ulit. Let us have all the coefficient. We have 1, negative 3, 1, 3, then negative 2. Then, bring down 1. 1 times 1, we have 1. Add, we have negative 2 times 1, multiply. That is negative 2. 1 plus negative 2, that is negative 1. Times mo ulit. That is negative negative 1 ulit. So, this one, we have here 2. Then, 2 times 1, we have 2. We have 0. Okay. So, since cube pa rin ito, kasi ang tapos ng x raised to 4 ay cube, pwede ka mag-continuous ng, tawag dito, ng synthetic division. Diba? Magigitong x cubed minus 2x squared minus x plus 2 equals to 0. Hindi ka pa kaya mag-trial and error. So, synthetic ulit tayo. Okay? Try ulit tayo. Let us try positive 2 naman. Positive 2 naman. Okay? Akyat ko dito So, you have here x cubed minus 2x squared minus x plus 2 equals to 0. Let us try positive 2. Okay? We have here 1, negative 2, negative 1, we have here 2. Bring down mo. 1 times 2, we have here positive 2. Then this one is 0. 0 times 2, we have 0. This one is negative 1 times 2. That is negative 2. Then 0. So, tama na naman si 2. Tama si 1, tama si 2. So, ang matitira na lang ay x squared minus 1 is equal to 0. Diba? Then, solve na to. Lipat mo lang si 1, negative 1 doon. So, x squared is equals to positive 1. Square root mo both side. Cancel mo yung x. So, ang x natin ay squared pala, square root. Positive and negative 1. Yan na. So, ang ating x's ay, we have x equals to 1. Ilan yung 1? Dalawa. Okay? Then, x is equals to 1 ulit. Then, x equals to negative 1. And x is equals to positive 2. So, since naulit na to, isa na lang. We have 1 and 0. Ito ay negative 1 and 0. And then, this one, we have 2 and 0. So, these are the x-intercept. Okay? X-intercept. Ayan na yan. Okay? Now, let's move with step 4. Step 4. Find the y-intercept. Again, let us have the first step. Find the behavior of the graph. Next, we have find the turning point. Next, we have the x-intercept. Then, the last step, we have find the y-intercept. So, kung kanina, find the x-intercept, let y equals to 0. Now, find the y-intercept, let x be equals to 0. Then, solve for y. Okay? Now, let us have number 1. So, p of x is equals to x cubed minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8. So, yung p of x, change mo lang sa y. Y is equal, lahat ng x mo, change mo into 0. So, we have here 0 cubed minus 2 times 0 squared minus 4 times 0 plus 8. So, 0 cubed, 0 na yan. 0 squared times, so 0 na rin yan. 4 times 0, 0 na rin yan. So, ang matitira mo na lang ay y is equals to 8. So, therefore, your y-intercept, we have 0 ang x mo, then ang y mo ay 8. Ayan na yan. Okay? Next tayo, number 2. G of x is equals to x raised to 4 minus 2x squared minus 1. So, yung g of x, change mo lang sa y, is equals to. So, yung x mo, change it into 0. 0 raised to 4 minus 2 times 0 squared minus 1. So, ito, 0 raised to 4 is 0 na to. 0 squared is 0 times 2 is 0. Wala na rin. So, therefore, ang y mo is negative 1. Therefore, your y-intercept, we have 0 and negative 1. Is it clear? Then, last example for the step 4. Okay? We have y is equals to x plus 2 times x plus 1 times x minus 3. So, you have here, y na. Change mo yung x into 0. So, we have 0 plus 2 times 0 plus 1 times 0 minus 3. 0 plus 2 is 2 times 0 plus 1, we have 1. 0 minus 3, we have negative 3. Then multiply. So, we have y is equals 2 times 1 times negative 3, we have negative 6. So, therefore, our graph, we have, our y-intercept, we have 0 and negative 6. Is it clear? Ma'am, paano pag may exponent dito? Okay. Sige, isa pa. Paano kung may exponent? So, we have y is equals to x minus 1 squared times x minus 4 squared. For example. So we have here y is equal, so we have 0 minus 1 squared times 0 minus 4 squared. So we have 0 minus 1, we have negative 1 squared. Yan. Then this one, we have 0 minus 4, that is negative 4 squared. So yung negative 1 squared ay positive 1. This one is negative 4 squared, we have positive 16. So therefore, ang y mo dito is 16. So our y-intercept is 0 and 16. Is it clear? So that is how will you find for the y-intercept. Okay? Now, let's move with the graph. Okay? Graphing tayo, then solve natin lahat. Step 1 to step 4, then we are going to graph. Now, we are ready to graph a polynomial function. So, we have a given a p of x equals to x cubed minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8. So, let us have first the leading coefficient. What is the leading coefficient here? Our leading coefficient here, yung katabi ni leading term, or the numerical coefficient of the leading term, we have here 1. Then, the degree, we have the highest exponent of 3. Then, turning points na tayo. So, the turning points is 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1, the answer is 2. So, this is the turning points. Ibig sabihin, dalawang liko. Then, our behavior, since we have a positive leading coefficient, and then, or the leading term is positive, then the degree is add, we have falling sa left, and then rising sa right. Okay. So, na-expect natin na ating graph ay pa ganito. Yan. Diba? 2. Ganyan po yung na-expect nating graph. Now, let us solve for the x-intercept. So, for us to solve the x-intercept, so we have the PRR. So, yun na. Mas pinakamadali na yun, yung synthetic division. So, we have here x cubed minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8. So, equate mo lang to 0. Change mo lang yung p of x into 0. Then, ang ating PRR dito ay positive and negative 1, positive negative 2, positive negative 3, positive and negative 4, and positive negative 8. Yung constant term lang. Factors lahat ni constant term ni 8. Okay? Next, let us try. Let us try positive 2. May iba naman, positive 2. So, we have here 1, negative 2, negative 4, and positive 8 numerical. So, bring down 1 times 2, we have 2. Then, this one is 0 times 2. We have here 0. Then, we have here negative 4 times 2. We have here negative 8, then 0. Okay. Then, change. So, you have your x squared. Ang x wala na. Minus 4 is equal to 0. Kasi 0 naman to. Okay? So, tama to. Then, we have here x squared is equal to, transpose mo lang, we have here 4. Square root mo both sides. So, we have x is equal to positive and negative 2. So, our x's is dalawang 2 at saka isang negative 2. So, since dalawa na to, pwede mo nang gawing isa, which is 2 and 0. At saka negative 2 and 0. So, that is the x-intercept. Is it clear? So, write natin dito. Our x-intercept is 2 and 0, and then negative 2 and 0. So, that is the x-intercept. Now, let us have the y-intercept. So, the y-intercept, let x be equals to 0. Let us have the given. So, we have here y, change na natin yung p of x sa y, is equals to x cubed minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8. So, we have here y is equals, change x into 0. 0 cubed minus 2 times 0 squared minus 4 times 0 plus 8. So, y is equal, 0 cubed is 0 na to, 0 squared times negative 2, 0 na. Negative 4 times 0 is 0 na ulit. So, ang natira na lang ay si 8. So, therefore, ang y-intercept natin ay si 0 and 8. So, we have here 0 and 8. Okay? Now, let's graph. We are going to plot the points. Okay? Plot the points of the x-intercept, ito, at saka plot the points of the y-intercept. Okay, let us plot 2 and 0. So, ito, since 2 and 0 positive, we have 1, 2. So, this is 2 and 0. Next tayo, we have here negative 2 and 0. Plot ulit natin. So, we have 1, 2, negative 2 and 0. Ito yung 2 and 0. Then, this one is negative 2 and 0. Yan. Next tayo, the y-intercept. Ang y-intercept natin ay 0 and 8. So, sa y tayo, dito yung y. So, since positive, upward tayo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, this is 0 and 8. Ayan. Next tayo. We have the turning points of 2. So, meaning dalawa. Dalawa ang ating turning points. So, magiging ganito yung graph natin. So, falling to the left, then rising to the right. So, falling daw dito sa left. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, mag-fall yan. Tapos, dito naman ay pa-rise. So, ngayon, hahanapin natin pa-rise. Paabab siya. Kailangan pa ganun. Nakaslant, pataas. Okay? So, since tayo ay kailangan natin ngayon ng isa pang points. Okay? Isa pang points. Since rise tayo, pa-rise na to din eh. Dito. So, hahanap tayo dito ng gitna. Yung gitna niya dito ay 1, diba? Para makita natin kung saan papunta yung isa nating linya. Tapos, yung dito naman, gitna ulit, nasan kaya yung papunta yung kabilang linya. Ano? So, we have here, from the y-intercept and this one, so, kailangan nating hanapin yung gitna from 0 to 2, so we have negative 1. So, we are going to solve for x. Ang x natin ay equals to negative 1. So, we have the given. Our given function, again, we have x cubed minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8. Para makuha pa natin yung isa pang points. Another points. Okay? So, we have here, ang y natin dito ay y is equals, change all x's to negative 1. Cube minus 2 times negative 1 squared minus 4 times negative 1 plus 8. Then, solve. So, this one is negative 1 ulit. Then, negative 1 squared is positive 1 times 2 is minus 2. Then, this one is negative 4 times negative 1 is plus 4. Then, this one we have here plus 8. Tapos, copy plus 8. Yan. Then, solve. So, y is equals to 8 plus 4. So, we have 12. 12 minus 2. 10 minus 1. We have here negative 9. Yan. So, therefore, yung isang nating point is negative 1 and then negative 9. Yan yung isa nating point. Kailangan natin makuha yan. Kasi yun yung pinaka-turning niya. Doon siya magto-turn around. Doon sa pinaka-gitna. Between the x-intercept tsaka y-intercept. So, plot natin tong negative 1 and negative 9. So, this one, positive pala to. Sorry, positive 9. Sorry, positive 9 po ito. Let 8 plus 4, we have 12. 12 minus 2, we have 10. Minus 1, we have 9. Positive 9, sorry. Positive 9 po yan. So, we have here negative 1 and then 9. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then negative 1. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung kanyang pinaka-gitna. Dun yung lilikuan natin. So, akyat ka, ganoon, then, ganon. Yan. So, pababa naman na to si 8. So, ngayon yung gitna ulit, 0 at saka ni 2. So, ngayon, ang gitna naman niya is 1. So, solve ulit natin. So, x equals to 1. Ito naman, dito naman. So, substitute ulit natin dito sa ating given. So, y equals to x cubed minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8. Substitute natin. So, we have here 1 cubed minus 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 8. So, we have here 1 cubed, we have 1. Then, 1 squared minus 2 times 2, we have negative 2. Negative 4 times 1, that is negative 4. Then, we have here plus 8. So, we have 1 minus 2 minus 4 plus 8. The answer is y is equals to positive 3. Therefore, our another points, we have here 1 and 3. So, sa pagkuha mo ng another points, gigitna-gitna ka lang dun sa mga pagitan ng points na nakuha mo. Okay? For example, ito, anong gitna nito? Yung points na nakuha mo dito at saka dun sa y-intercept, ang gitna mo is 1. Then, from y-intercept again, dun sa another points na nakuha mo, yung gitna lang ulit. That is positive 1. Okay? So, para makuha mo yung other points. So, we have here 1 and 3, yung other points natin. 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Ito. 1 and 3. So, we have 1, then 3. 1, 2, then 3. So, lagay mo lang dito yung isa. Then, punta ka na dito. Then, curve ka na dyan. Yan. So, that is the graph of y is equals to x cubed minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8. So, that is how will you graph a polynomial function. So, medyo mahaba-haba yung kanyang process. Okay? So, I will give you another example. Let's have another example. We have here y is equals to negative times x plus 2 times x minus 1 times x minus 3. So, let us find the leading coefficient. So, the leading coefficient, ang coefficient lang naman niya is negative times 1 times 1 times 1 is negative 1. Yan. Then, the degree. So, multiply mo lang yung mga x's niya, x times x times x. So, we have x cubed. So, the degree is 3. Therefore, ang turning points natin ay 3 minus 1, we have 2. 2 is the turning points. Ulit. Then, our behavior, so since negative yung ating leading coefficient or the leading term, and then, ang kanyang degree is odd, therefore, ang ating behavior is sa left ay rising, then falling sa right. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin pa ganito. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 pala. Sorry. 1, 2. Dalawang turning points. So, dapat ganyan yung ating magiging graph. Then, we have our x-intercept. So, since nasa factored form na siya, madali na natin makuha yung x-intercept. So, we are going to let y be equals to 0. Change mo lang. So, we have negative, pwede mo naman anahin to, x plus 2, then times x minus 1, times x minus 3, then equal na siya to 0. Then, solve for x by using 0 property, equate mo lahat yung factor mo sa 0. So, we have negative times x plus 2 equals to 0, x minus 1 equals to 0, x minus 3 is equals to 0. Solve for x. So, you will distribute the negative sign. So, it becomes negative x minus 2 is equals to 0. Solve for x. Transpose 2. Negative 2. Negative x equals to negative becomes positive. Divide both sides by negative 1 kasi may negative pa yung x. So, x is equals to negative 2. So, that is your first intercept. Negative 2 and 0. The next one, x is equals to, transpose mo lang, positive 1. So, another x-intercept, we have here 1 and 0. Then this one, just transpose equals to positive 3. We have 3 and 0. So our x-intercepts are negative 2, 0, 1 and 0, and then 3 and 0. Next tayo, let us have the y-intercept. So our given again, we have y is equals to negative x plus 2 times x minus 1 times x minus 3. So we are going to let x be equals to 0. So y is equals to negative times 0 plus 2. Change mo lang lahat ng x into 0. Times 0 minus 1 times 0 minus 3. Then we have here negative times 0 plus 2. We have here 2 times 0 minus 1, we have negative 1. Then 0 minus 3, we have negative 3. So, since may tatlo tayong negative, ang ating answer is negative. Then, multiply mo lang yung number. 2 times 1 times 3, we have here negative 6. So, our y-intercept is 0 and negative 6. Okay, we have here 0 and negative 6. That's y-intercept. Now, let us now graph the points. Plot the points. Okay, let us plot first the x-intercept. So, our x-intercept is negative 2, 0 here. So, negative 2. So, pabaliktad sa left side, 1, 2. So, this one is negative 2 and 0. Next tayo, we have 1 and 0. So, 0, 1. So, this is 1 and 0. And the next one is 3 and 0. Ito naman, 1, 2, 3. So, you have here 3 and 0. Next, let us plot the points of 0 and negative 6. So, since negative sa baba. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, this one is 0 and negative 6. Okay? Now, let us find the other points para para mag-graph na natin siya. So, from here, the y-intercept at saka dun sa unang point here, ang gitna niya ay 1. So, therefore, kukuhanan natin yung isa ay x is equals to 1. So, yun yung kukuhanan natin. Ay, sorry, negative 1 pala. Kasi negative nga pala yung dito sa left side. So, x is equals to negative 1. So, from our given, ang given natin kanina ay y is equals to negative times x plus 2 times x minus 1 times x minus 3. Yan yung given natin. So, change x into negative 1. So, we have negative times 1, negative 1 plus 2 times negative 1 minus 1 times negative 1 minus 3. Ayan. Then, we have here negative times negative 1 plus 2. So, we have here 1. Then, negative 2. Then, we have here negative 4. Then, multiply. So, ang ating y is negative 8. Kasi tatlo yung negative sign. So, we have here negative 1 and negative 8. That's the other points. Okay? So, let us plot the other points. So, from here, negative 1 to negative 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then, negative 1. Tapat mo sa negative 1. So, here's the other points. Okay? Next tayo. We have 1 and then 3. Anong gitna niya? We have 2. X equals to 2. So, we are going to substitute again to the given. So, we have y is equals, change mo lang yung x's into 2. Negative times 2 plus 2 times 2 minus 1 times 2 minus 3. Ayun, change ko lang yung x's niya. So, you have here y is equals to negative times 2 plus 2. We have here 4. 2 minus 1, we have 1. 2 minus 3, we have negative 1. So, multiply, the answer is y equals to positive 4. So, the other points, we have, ang x natin, we have 2. Ang y natin, we have 4. Ayan. So, 2 and 4. So, we have 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yan, tapat lang. Yan. So, this is the other point. Then, sabi natin, ang behavior natin kanina is rising and then falling. So, rise ka dito. Rise. Dito naman ay falling. Yan. So, since we have here this one, punta ka lang dito. Then, graph mo, punta doon. Paakyat sa 1 and 0. Paakyat dito. Balik. Baba. Okay, so that is the graph of our polynomial, of the given polynomials of, we have y is equal to negative times x plus 2 times x minus 1 times x minus 3. Okay, so that is the graph. Is it clear? So that is how will you graph a polynomial functions. So, if you have further question, just comment in our comment box. Thank you!